Hi guys, James at Bespoke Airsoft here, and today we're looking at another new gun, this time from G&G, which is the new PCC45 SMG.
We getting crazy in a different world. She loves the fact that I just let her know. We getting crazy in a different world.
So yes, this is the new PCC45 AEG SMG from G&G. There's a lot of G&Gs, SMGs, AEGs in there. It's a full polymer rifle, or SMG, with a metal M-lock front rail system here. Use a 45 caliber style magazine, so it's a nice big chunky mag, much like their MP45. It's got some cool features on it. It's fully ambidextrous. It's got like an MP5 style mag release here. The charging handle actuates both sides when you pull it, and if you pull that back, it exposes the rotary style hop unit in there, which can be easily adjusted. You've got a bolt release on the left and the right hand side, placed just in front of the trigger and up, so you can lock it to the rear and then let the bolt release go home after you've done, sort of adjusting the hop. They've got a nice finger groove here, which I do like. So when your finger's not on the trigger, it's nice and comfortable, and it fits your finger perfectly. So your finger's not going to slip or go anywhere. It's a nice feature, I like that. So it uses like a conventional AEG style grip motor, ambidextrous fire controls as well. You've got a nice beefy sling point here on the left hand side, flip up metal iron sights, which are good. They did come with a orange tipped flash hider in the box. All you do is you take a 1.5mm Allen key, you loosen that little grub screw at the bottom, turn it off, and then this comes in the box, so you can put that back on there. Obviously, if you're in the US, it might be a little bit different. You've also got a QD sling attachment point here, which you can use for your QD sling points. It's got a nice folding MP45 style stock here, so it makes it nice and compact, and you can still put your finger in that little groove when you're not firing it. The magazine it comes with is a 110 round mid-cap magazine, and they also do a 520 round high-cap magazine. I had a few issues with the magazine in my tests, but I'll get into that in a moment. So it uses like an AEG gearbox, much like any other AEG out there. It's got their MOSFET system in there, and I know that for a fact because it was beeping at me earlier, which I think is because the battery's a bit low. So to get to the battery compartment, dead simple. You've got a little groove cut out here for your finger. You pull this tab down. Once that tab's pulled down, you slide the handguard forward. It's a bit tight. It's very tight. And here you have the battery space. Now, initially I thought, oh, that's a lot of battery space. I could put 11.1 LiPo in there, because I always use 11.1 LiPos to test these products, just so I've got a nice across the board, this is the battery I use. I've tried a few 11.1 batteries which go in there nice and easy, loads of space, but the problem is you don't have space for the Tamiya connectors. So I would probably even go as far to put like a Dean's or a mini Dean's connector on here, and you could fit these in no drama. But with the Tamiya connector on there, the 11.1 was an issue, and I even had an issue with the 7.4 just because that Tamiya gets in the way and you have to put the battery at like a slight angle, and then it went straight forward. So to put the handguard back on, we slide it over the battery compartment there. You've got a little metal latch here. You push that home, you latch in the metal latch with the big one on the gun, and you're back together. So let's get to chroning this thing. Chroning it on 0.2 gram BBs. When I do the fire test, I'm using 0.3 gram BBs. I will be messing around with a hop-on video as well, much to some of you have requested that. We'll only be shooting at 15 and 30 meters today, just because we've got a lot of pallets that have come in on deliveries outside, so the outside space is very limited. So I'll be shooting the opposite way. But let's see how this thing does. Here's a 0.3, I might have to adjust the hop, so we'll see. Struggling with a 0.3. You see there, chrono about 316 FPS. There's a couple of highs and lows, but very consistent for an out-the-box AEG. Onto the actual test, obviously 15-30 meters. Very limited today, but made it work. 15 meters, not a problem at all. This gun was hitting straight away. 30 meters, there's probably a bit of the video that I'll put at the end, not in this main bit, just because it's a bit just us bickering on camera, because one of the guys thought I didn't hit the target, but I did. Absolutely fine. I was adjusting the hop. It was very difficult to find out where was the best spot. It started getting better in the mid-ground, and as I went higher on the hop, it started getting worse. I persevered with it, tried a bit, couldn't really get it right. Put it back into the mid-ground, then switched to full auto, and it was doing a lot better. Obviously, a few rounds through it, it was clearing up. Much a bit like the issues that the cables have out the box sometimes. So that could be a hot rubber change for you out there, which isn't a massive issue. Hot rubbers aren't expensive, and most people replace hot rubbers anyway for an aftermarket part. So what I like about this is how ergonomic it is and how comfortable it is when you're firing it. It's fully ambidextrous, so lefties are going to have a good time as well. They've followed on from like the SMC9 style sort of modelling, the best word I can come up with on the spot, to the front handguard, which is nice. It looks nice and modern. It's like a futuristic UMP45 basically. So yeah, it's a really nice rifle, nice and light. It's really pointable as well. The handguard's comfortable even if you're not using a grip or some grip panels or anything like that. The iron sights are good, nice and easy to look through. Peep sight works really well. Easy to adjust as well with the quick dials on both the rear and the front. The hop unit was easy to adjust, although it did struggle with the 0.3s. I imagine it's just got a similar thing with the hot rubber, like I said before, with the cables. Who knows, it could just be this one, they might not all be the same. There's a couple of niggles that I have with this rifle. The first one is the hot rubber, which I've already mentioned. The second one is the steel sling points. They're obviously steel, they're made out of a different metal to the rest of it, but they're not finished correctly, so they've got this really dull matte grey, which looks like it marks up easy. So it would have been nice if they could have finished that properly from the factory. The final bugbear I have with this gun is the magazine, so apologies for the plane. So with the magazine, if you push the follower in like that, or if you load it as normal, which I've just done, push the follower in, the magazine will not latch into the gun. And that's due to the flat spot on the magazine catch, the follower catch. So you normally have an angle on it. So it's got the angle there, but it's also got a flat section, and it just so happens that the flat section is what hits the hop unit, which means you can't push the magazine in far enough. So what I found is with the follower, or if you've loaded it with BBs, you have to sort of get the follower or the BBs to the halfway point where it's pushing past the catch, and what that does is it holds the catch back just a little bit, and then with that being done, it clicks straight in. This might just be an issue with this magazine. It's like I say, it might not be with all of them. This is the only one I've tested so far. But if that is an issue, it would be an easy thing to fix. All you do is you take the catch out, and where it's got the angle on it, you just sort of curve it round so that when it hits the hop unit, it's pulling the catch back rather than just hitting a flat spot and not moving anywhere. For the reason of the test, I just did the half, pulling it back halfway, and then it goes in easy peasy. You might even find that with this being just brand new out of the box, that might be how it is, and after you've used it a few times, it might loosen up a little bit. but it's got to be mentioned. So it's a nice little perform out of the box. It's something a little bit different. The magazines are like a UMP45 style, so you can get pouches and such out there, although they are a chunky magazine. 110 round mid cap comes with it, or you can get the 520 round high cap as well. But this will be going in the shop now. I think they retail for about £300. By the time this video goes out, they'll be live on the site and in store. They'll be in store from literally straight away. I'm going to pop this on the wall. So £300. For many other standard bespoke items, you can go onto our website, bespokeairsoft.co.uk. You can also come and visit us in store. We've got loads of bargain bin items, loads of bargain bucket items, massive savings to be had for stuff that's got very minor issues with, literally just like tarnished boxes, stuff like that. This has been the PCC45 from G&G. Nice little gun from them. If you've been looking forward to it, I think you're going to be quite pleased with it. It's nice and fun to use, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much.
We getting crazy in a different role. She loves the fact that I just let her know. We getting crazy in a different role. We getting crazy in a different role.
Can use
I've
Dave.
got a target, yeah?
Can use Dave, you know.
I can use Dave.
Yeah.
Oh,
Miss.
that was a dick shot. I hit that. What are you on about, miss? Hit him right in the balls. Miss.